Recording will be on YouTube in this weekend. So sit so that you can see me. So you've got your knees above your ankles, shoulders away from your knees. We're going to take a mudra with your thumb and your middle fingers touching. So rest the hands on your knees, sit nice and tall in your chair. This is Shunya Mudra as we work with our throat chakra, the Vishuddha chakra. So just for a moment, just bring awareness to your breath. By that, I mean, can you feel the breath? Can you maybe feel it just entering and leaving your nostrils? Maybe you can feel the breath even moving up and down through your throat. And the other thing we can do is you can make that slightly more intense by partially constricting the back of your throat. So you're tightening the back of your throat. And then we come into what's called Ujjayi breath or ocean breath. So if you were to partially close the back of your throat, there's Elizabeth. There is someone there, good. Partially close the back of your throat. You'll feel the breath. You might even hear the breath. So it's called, it's called ocean breath or Ujjayi breath. So see if you can feel and hear the breath. You're creating a little vibration in your throat. So this chakra is all about how we express and speak our truth. So are we honest? Are we open and honest with our communication? Do we say yes sometimes when we really should have said no? Do we even know what our truth is to express? So can we maybe just sometimes be quiet and silent just to feel into what our truth is, what our needs are? Take 3 more breaths. The colour is blue. Making a few sounds in this class, some breathing practices and some little bits of humming. And you could keep the hands in this mudra with your thumbs and middle fingers touching and take your ear over to your left. And relax the shoulders and feel the stretch along the right side of your neck. And then could you take the ear over to your right? To Elizabeth in person on Wednesday, which is very nice. Best time for all. And then you lift your head and then you just drop your chin down towards your chest. Then you lift your head and again you just drop your ear to your shoulder. And then drop the ear over to your right. And you lift your head and you turn the head to your left. And you turn the head to your right. Come back to the middle and you just let your chin drop down towards your chest. Again, you lift the head and you just look to the left, looking over your left shoulder. Come the other way, look to your right. Come back to center and again, just let your chin drop to your chest. You could just take your ear to the left. And then could you draw a semicircle in the air with your nose? So you're just dropping your chin and you come over to your right. So you just gently roll the head, just coming over to your left. And then you come down and you might rest the tongue at the top of your teeth, just behind your top teeth. In your own time, just let the head just move from side to side. And just notice how it feels one side versus the other. And then the next time your chin comes to the middle, just leave it there for a second. Just relax your chin. Release the mudra, interlace the fingers. Take your hands underneath your chin. And then could you lift your elbow and maybe lift your gaze? And then bring the elbows down and tuck your chin. So you take the elbows up. And you bring the elbows down. And again, the elbows could lift. And then the elbows come down, the chin would lift. So you could just, if it's comfortable, you could take the hands behind your head if that works for you. And you could take the elbows out a little, lifting up. And then bring the elbows toward each other as you tuck your chin. So the elbows come out and in and out and in. And then the arms come out. So you come into cactus arms, you spread the fingers, draw the arms back, drop the shoulders, feel the breath again. So maybe you could just take another ocean breath. And then could you squeeze your forearms together? So what came to me on this course is that we're looking for what our offer is to the world, really. And so one person has worked a lot with grief. So that's her thing that she's probably going to do more of. And I couldn't really think what my offer is, what I do, what I'd like to bring to the world. And what sprung to me at my meeting in Brighton, as you cross the Albert Zone, is I would like to think I liked light little sparks of whatever that might be. So whether it's feeling alive, whether it's an interest in something, EFT or breathing, whatever it might be, that maybe my gift to the world is lighting little sparks of interest or enthusiasm or something. That is what I would like to think I do. Lifting up, looking towards your fingers. And then you take the elbows down towards your body as you relax your chin. So you take the arms up, you take the arms out to the sides. Spread your fingers open across your chest. And again, you could take your forearms. And in fact, the message from this card, from this grandmother, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, is actually that we don't all need to be Gandhi. We can make little changes in the world, just the little things that we do. And it might just be being a great mother, or it might be everything we do contributes to this kind of divine plan of consciousness. And then you take the forearms towards each other, and then could you cross your right over the left or your wrist? So you bring the elbows together, you take the arm up. If I remember later, I'll share the card with you, and they're reading with it. It's very lovely. And then you can take your elbows down towards your body and you relax your head. And as you come up, you could take the arms out, turn your thumbs out, lift your chest, and come back to your center. So let's take it in. So if you press the thumbs against your heart center, the index fingers might rest at the base of your throat. So we'll inhale. And then, oh. We do a few of these during the class, so you can practice later. Roll your shoulders. did a course during lockdown, which was a chanting course, because I'm not hugely confident with my voice, singing in particular, and it was quite an interesting course. And it was lovely. It's just an online thing, but it was just chanting can be really quite powerful. So I did used to. I got into the swing of it a little bit, but I was on my own. No one could hear me. And then you can go in the other direction. So you roll the shoulders. But it's this thing, isn't it? You know, this fear of expressing our voices, whether it's through song or where it might be. Sometimes we're a little bit constricted in our throat. And then you can stop and you can just move from side to side. So you could flow, you could lift one shoulder and then the other. But feel the opening through your neck as well. So you lift. And stop. And then swing the arms around. Swing, Richard. And then we could stop, lower the arms down, and then we could just stop. Yes, you do that. It's good. It's called cross crawl to get the energy flowing through your body. I do this in the shower every morning. It's very good. And then you can cross the opposite. Before I time the shower to cold, and I do that for 30 times. And then you take the opposite knee.
I think I have to start doing this 30 times before I come here.
Yes, and then stop.
Oh,
So just
okay,
rest. So let's just sit for a moment. Just relax the shoulders. You can just rest the hands on your knees. So come back to the breath. So in and out through your nose. So just be kind to yourself. This is how you're feeling today. If your energy levels are a little bit low, that's fine. Just be gentle. Use your breath as your guide. When the breath gets a little bit laboured, it's your body's just saying, slow down a little bit. So just notice the breath. So you can come always back to this slow rhythmic breath. And if it means just stopping and not moving for a while, then that's just fine. Feel the breath. And then could you lift your chest as your shoulders come down? Lift the gaze. So keep the shoulders down, feel the opening through the front of your throat. Lift the chest slightly. And then as you exhale, you could just round, you could bring your chin towards your chest, you might lift your heels. So you drop the heels and you lift your chest. And you keep your shoulders down. And could you exhale through the mouth as you come forward with a... And again, inhale, lifting. Lift your chest. Exhale, rounding through the mouth. So slow rhythmic movement. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you come forward. I haven't plugged my computer in, so it will die in a minute. So keep going. It's making a little noise like the battery's low. I've got the extension cord in. So inhale as you lift. Exhale as you almost lost my spin. So again, inhale. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, uncurl, lift. Exhale as you round. And then you could drop the heels and you could come back to a neutral position. Hold it there. So if you keep your right hand where it is, just take the left arm out and just twizzle the arm a couple of times. Wait. And then you could sweep the arm across the body perhaps, and maybe even lift your left foot if you would like, or you just move the arm. So you come across and around. See how your left shoulder and arm are feeling today. So thank you. Movements over and around. Left arm and left leg.
Yeah.
It's tricky if you're on the edge. I acknowledge that. So you lift left arm, left leg. And so when you stop and you bring the foot down, you release the arm. Could you take the left arm out to the side and look up at the left hand and then lower the arm? So you lift. And you lower. And you lift. And you lower. Inhaling to lift. Threading the needle. Take the left hand underneath your right arm. Leaning forwards a little bit. Bringing your left shoulder towards your right knee. So you press down through the back of your left arm. You take the right hand onto your back. And as you lift, you turn and you look to your right. So you're spreading the palm of your left hand. You're pushing down through the arm. You're nudging your right shoulder back. Holding it there. Just untwist yourself and you come back to the front. And you lift yourself up to come to a neutral position. Take the right arm out. So you take the arm across and you lift your right foot. So the right arm comes across. You can look up at the right hand as it sweeps above your head. So the arm comes across and around. So again, just listen to the breath, slow rhythmic breath. Last one. And then you can release the foot, release the arm, and then take your right arm out, looking up, and take the arm down. So again, slowly just lift the arm up, and then lower it down with control, not just letting it flop. So coming down one more time, so you take the arm up, and then we can thread the needle on this side, so the right arm comes under the left. You lean forward slightly, your right shoulder comes towards your left knee. You push down through the back of the right arm. The left hand is on your back. You push into the feet, and then could you twist to your left? And just hold it, lifting and twisting. Untwist yourself. And you bring yourself up to a neutral position. Coming up, take the arms out to the sides again. Lift your hands, relax the shoulders. Come back to your centre. And rest the thumbs on your middle of your chest. You've got the index fingers on the base of your throat, and we'll take another one. So inhaling. Release the hands, take the arms up, lift your heels. Release the heels, release the arms. So again, inhale as you lift. Exhale as you release. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, flowing down. Inhale, lift. Hold it there for a moment. So maybe you can bend the elbows a little bit. Flex the wrists. So when you come back, you bring the elbows back, your shoulders are down, and you're lifting the chest. So this is the Sphinx pose that we've been working with. So it's a lovely opening across the chest and also along your throat. So the shoulders back come down, you're lifting your chin slightly, Could you rest again the tongue just at the back of your top teeth? And then again, you can take the arms up, you can lift the heels. And you could take the heels down, you could take the arms back to chest. And again, arms will lift, heels lift. And so the arms come down. Holding it there, so holding it in your Sphinx pose for a moment, flexing the wrist back a little way. And then could we take Brahmari breath or Buzzy bee breath? So to remind you, we're going to make a sort of sound, like a m sound. So a bit like a buzzy bee. So you're going to inhale through your nose and you're going to make the umming sound. So you'll feel probably a vibration in your throat. So inhale. It's the head relaxer. It's quite a well-known pranayama, so it's called Brahmari breath or buzzy bee breath. If you should look that up on YouTube, there's people doing that for ages, forever and a day. But it's a relaxing pranayama. It's a very long exhale, and the stimulation in the throat is thought to maybe to be stimulating the vagus nerve, which helps with our rest and digest, perhaps the sympathetic nervous system. So take the arms up again, and then you could cross the arms and rest the arms above your knees. And just relax the head. You could shake the head a little bit. If you wanted to, maybe forwards and back, just however the head wants to be. And then just hold it there for a second. So as you push into the feet, could you lengthen along your spine, bring the shoulders down away from your ears and lift your gaze. Again, so you could relax the head, look down towards the floor. And as you push into the feet again, you start to uncurl and you lift your gaze. So think about the shoulders drawing down from the ears. Could you engage your shoulder blades? So squeezing them together and down towards your waist. And the rhomboid muscle, all the muscles across your back, squeezing, and then you relax your head. Again, you push into the feet, you lift up, and we can make another buzzy bee breath sound. So inhaling through your nose, and then buzz. You can just relax your head. And then could you slide your hands out to the sides? So creating some space across your back. You're relaxing the head. And if you were to keep your right arm where it is, you could start to twist again. So you could turn to the left. This time, could you take your elbow up, your left elbow, or maybe even take the arm up and look up towards your thumb. So you're leaning forward slightly, you're pushing down through the back of your right arm. And then could you take your left hand to meet your right? And then take it up again. Take it down. Pick it up. And just hold it there for a moment. Reach through the fingers. And then you come down. You unturn yourself back to the front. You could sweep the hands up the front of the body. The arms could come out to the side. The thumbs could turn out. Lift the chest. Relax the shoulders. And come back to the center. And we'll take another on. Thumb to chest. Index finger to throat. Inhale. Exhale, take the arms across again with the right arm in front of the left. Relax your head. And you could just shake a little bit if you wanted to, with the shoulders. And then as you push into the feet, you could lift again, so you could gaze up. Maybe you could just look to your left. And you could relax the head, and then perhaps you could just look to your right. So look to the right. So keep the hands where they are, their elbows on the knees. So without crossing them, you've just got the elbows above your knees. So you come back to center and you just twist a little bit. You look over your left shoulder. And then you release back to the middle and you just turn to your right. Again, relax the head and you look to the left. And you release and you look to your right. So when you come back to the middle again, you could bring the shoulders down, squeeze the shoulder blades together again. We'll do one last Brahmari breath. So inhaling and then buzz. Just relax the head. Slide the hands out to your sides. Keep the left arm where it is and start to turn to your right. So your elbow or your arm is lifting. And then you lower, so you take your right arm up, and then you could lower the right hand, if you'd like to, down towards the left. So the right arm will lift up. It comes back down. Lovely. Don't count. And again, the arm comes up. And it comes down. And then you could just twist yourself back to center, lift yourself up, come up to a vertical position. So your mountain pose, your knees above the ankles. Take the arms out, take your thumbs out. And then just rest the hands on your chest. So the hands are here. Spread the palms. And you could take the arms out to the sides, again, lift the chest. As you come forwards, could you interlace the fingers? Push the hands away and bring your chin towards your body. You're partially constricting your throat, and the hands come back towards you, the arms come out to the sides again, and lift your chest. You come forwards, you interlace the fingers, and you push. Last time, hands come back towards you, arms come out to the sides. Hold it there for a moment, relax the shoulders. Could you take the hands down? You might come forward a little bit. Could you hold onto your hands behind your back? Or you might just touch your fingers. You might just have your arms by your side. So as you draw your shoulders down, if you've got the fingers, you might find your hands lifting away from your back. You're pulling up through the pelvic floor, tummy button to spine, long spine, and you just lower forwards a little way. But try and create some space between your ears and shoulders. So bring your shoulders down away from the ears. Then you lift the hands and just the head relaxes a little way. And then you bring yourself up. So lifting up, release the hands. Take the arms out and lift your left knee. So left knee towards you. Squeeze the knee towards your nose. Take the leg forwards, take the arms out. Release the hands. Hold it there. Could you just move your foot? So just swivel the sole of your foot, the ankle rather, moving the skin on the sole of your foot. And then you can go the other direction. And then you can point the toes. And flex, so sitting tall if you can, point. And flex, keep the neck long, point. And you flex. Hold it there for a second, then you can lift the leg a little bit higher. And then lowering the heel to the ground. So you've got the left heel is on the ground. You're taking your shoulders down, so your neck is really long. As if you're being drawn up by a little thread towards the ceiling. And then we just take our left hand onto our right knee and the right hand to your back. So as you lift, you start to turn to your right. That's it. So you're lifting and then you're turning. So the lift comes first. So you draw up through center and you turn to the right. And then keep the twist in the body. And could you just turn your head to the left? And then you just untwist back to center. Keep the left leg where it is and bring the right foot in. And just keep going. So you might find that the knee will point down towards the ground. You might just find that you've got your bringing the foot a little bit closer towards you, as far as feels comfortable for this knee. So you've got the foot coming back. You're holding onto the chair with your right hand. The mudra again, it's called Shamna mudra. You've got your thumb and your middle finger touching. The arm lifts, little bend in the arm, but you lean forward and you look up in your dancer's belly towards your left hand. So right shoulder's down away from the ears, your shoulder blades together and down towards the waist. You're leaning forwards, but you're keeping the chest lifted, your throat open by looking up at your left hand. Really nice. And then you just release. And then you can take the feet back together. It could be stand and do the standing version. So come to stand. Just change my camera here. But come around to the back of your chair. So you're going to have a chair for support. So holding on to the back of your chair. So here, bend right knee. Right, you're holding on with your right hand. You've got your left hand in neutral. So you've got your thumb and your middle finger touching. And then you can just lean forward. And you look towards your left hand. So you can just hold it there. Now some of you might want to let go of the chair. And some of you might want to hold on to your foot. Some of you might be able to bring your foot over your shoulder, which I don't. I've never been able to. Anyway, so, but you just find whatever works for you in your dancing space. It's a beautiful pose. Your chest is open, you've got your left leg is straight, your right knee is bent, you're creating openness across the chest, through your throat. And then you just release. Hands on your chair. Could you walk your feet back? So you've got a long spine. So you're walking your feet back. So you've got your legs are straight, your spine is long, and your ears are between your arms, if that's comfortable. And just feel the length. Create a little bit more length along your spine into the sides of your body. So it's a nice stretch. The breath, feel the movement into the sides of the body as you inhale. And then you could bend the knees and walk your feet back towards your chair. Back up. And when you get there, you take your left arm up and your right leg back. And you can try both sides. You can take the right arm and left. Picking up your drop the foot, lifting up one arm, the opposite leg, gazing up. Drop down. Then you drop and you let. And if you can put the hand onto the waist and maybe you can just swivel over it. So just swivel the hip. Just notice your breath. Slowly down. And then you twizzle the other one. And then stop. Release that. So you might lift the arms. You might lift the heels. You could even take the palms together above the head. And then as the hands come down through the midline, they come back to your center, and then the hands can come round to the back of your body, and you could bring your hips forwards. So as you slide the hands down your legs, you take the arms up. Maybe take the arms back a little as you did last week, so the chest is open. So you bend the elbows a little, so this is quite strong. So you take the elbows back, you lift the gaze, and then you push into the feet, and you start to lift. So you lift the arms again, lift the heels if you would like to. Take the hands together, come down through the midline again, come back to your center. Come round to the back of the body, so the hips come forward, so the elbows draw together. You're lifting your heels. Your tongue could rest again just behind your top teeth. And then as the hands come down the backs of your legs, the arms will lift again. You bend the elbows, you draw the arms back. So feel the breath. Notice the breath. Slow it. So last time, coming up, lifting the heels. Take the hands above the head if you'd like to in prayer pose. Come back down through the midline. So notice what happens to the breath. This is quite a strenuous little sequence. So you take the hands to the back of the body and then just lift your chest, gazing up. And again, come down the backs of the legs. Last time, bend the knees, take the arms up, take them out a little, open across the chest. And then you can just take the arms up, keep the heels on the ground. You're right, Elizabeth. And then lower the arms. Oh. So let's just come to sit. So we'll do that with the other. So let's come to our seated position. Or in the video, just so you know. You are on. Yes, you are. Anyway, so your knees above the ankles, so we sit very well. Holding it back. Take a breath. So your mountain pose. So just checking in with the breath. Then can you come back to Ujjayi breath, ocean breath? And then you take the arms up, you can turn your thumbs out, you can lift your chest, spread the fingers, and then let's take our right knee up. Interlace the fingers, bring the knee towards your knee. Take the leg forwards, take the arms out. Lower the arms. So listen to the breath. So just start to slow the breath. Try and keep your mouth closed, breathing in and out through your nose. So just be kind to yourself. That's one thing that I miss on Zoom, is I can't hear people, obviously, when they stop. Bye, see you next week. I can't hear people's breath. So sometimes I can hear laboured breath. And I can just give the prompt just to try and slow the breath. Doesn't matter, maybe you slow the movement and that will slow your breath, and then you could just twiddle your foot in the other direction. And then you point your toes. And flex. Point. And flex. So point as you inhale. And flex as you exhale. And then maybe you lift the leg a little bit higher. And could you bring the heel onto the ground? So you're pushing out through the heel, your left knee is above the ankle, so you're nice and tall. So root down through your sit bones, draw length up through your spine, up through the crown of the head, and then you take your right hand into your left knee, the left hand to your back. So as you lift, you can just twist to your left. Inhale, draw your exhale, twist. And then you might turn your head and look to your right. And then you just untwist yourself. So we take the left leg back, so it keeps coming back. All the way back, so you might even find your knee dropping down towards the floor. So you hold on with your left hand. You take your thumb and your middle finger together. You take the arm up, you lean forwards a little way, and you look up. Once your shoulders relax, relax the face, and then look up towards your right hand. So this is our seated version of dancer's split. Yes. Feel the breath. And then you could just release the hand. You could take the feet back to where they started for a moment to come back to your neutral position. Just rest the hands on your knees for a moment, and we'll just make a little circular in before we come to stand. So just move the body around. Relaxing the shoulders. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, rounding back. And then you might go in the other direction. Going back to the breath. Maybe you could hear the breath. And then you could stop. Come back to your neutral position, and we'll come to stand. Not for very long. So we'll come around to the back of your chair. So something like so I'll turn sideways on. So you're going to take your left knee back, hold your left hand. So your right hand is in neutral, so your thumb and your middle finger, you lean forward. You relax, you bend your right elbow a little bit. Your left knee is bent, so you're leaning, and that might be where you want to stay. You could experiment letting go of the chair. You could maybe even reach back with the hands. You might find your trouser leg, and you might find your foot. You just hold it here, 2 more breaths. Done, lovely. And then you lower your foot. Down towards the ground. And let's just walk back again. Expanding these legs, sides of the body. So you're reaching back. When you get there, you could bend one knee and then the other knee. Oh, nice. So just bend. And then you stop. And you just walk your feet towards your chair. And then if you come round to the right side of your chair, maybe you just coming back to your mountain pose. Shoulders relaxed, chest is in. You can lift the arms, you might lift the heels. You rock the heels, bend the knees, take the arms back. Take the arms forwards. As the arms come forward, could you lift your right knee? So you might have the toes on the floor, maybe lift the knee. And then as the hands come down, could you slide your right leg back and bend your left leg? So coming into warrior one. So your left knee is bent, your right leg is straight, the arms could lift. Take the arms out to the side, so come to cactus arms. Maybe you can bring the forearms towards each other. You can take the hands down to your chest. You can tilt your index fingers in to touch the base of your throat. And then as the hands release, you can take the hands behind you, interlace the shoulders down, and could you lean forward slightly towards your left leg, taking your hands away from your back. Really nice. And then you bring yourself up, you release the hands, and you pop your right foot in. So come back to mountain pose for a second. Take the arms up and lift your heels. Draw up the heels, bend the knees, take the arms back. And as you take the arms up, you could lift your left knee. So you could slide the leg back at the same time you could bend your right knee. So now you've got warrior one on the other side. So your right knee is bent, your left leg is straight, your body is upright. The arms could lift. Find length through the sides, take the arms out to the sides. Back to sides. Bring the forearms towards each other. Take the hands to your center. Tip the fingers in so that the index fingers are touching the base of your throat. Put the arms back, so interlace the fingers, shoulders down. Tummy up in the spine. Could you hinge forwards again towards your, this time towards your right leg? You bring yourself up to center, you release the hands and you hop your foot in. So you're back to mountain pose. Just step the feet a little bit wider and turn the feet out as an angle. And then bend your knees. So you've got the knees pointing out to the sides. The arms can come out into goddess pose. And so the fun thing is we could turn this into a haka with lion's breath. So you could inhale through your nose, and as you exhale, you'll stick your tongue out and you'll roar. So we'll do it 3 times. So inhale. Release the arms, turn the feet to face forwards, and then just move. So can you just let the body move? So swing the arms, bend the knees, feel the breath. Feel the breaths. And feet back to hip distance apart. Holding in there. So upright, and then could you just bend and just sway the arms? So just tap the waist, tap underneath your armpits, tap above your shoulders, back to the armpits, back to the waist. And then just stop for a second. Bring your arms back to the ground. Take the arms up. Arms can touch back to the hands. Exhale through the mouth with a. Inhale to lift. Back to the hands, touch and a. First time. Inhale. And exhale with a. Sit down. Rest. I'm going to give Richard some reiki. As well as I'm getting here, this is going to I'm going to bring my microphone around. So, still there. So we'll start by sitting or lying on your feet. Put your foot up on where it's feeling nice and warm. So you could just start by tensing your whole body. So tense your hands and your face and your legs, everything tight, tight, tight. And then just release. So tense your face and your arms and your torso and your legs, and then just let go. And again, squeeze your whole body tight. And then release. And you can just rest your hands wherever they'd like to rest, palms down, palms up. And you bring awareness to your breath. Just notice again the rise and fall of your body as you breathe. Notice the sound of your breath. Notice again the breath as it enters and leaves your nostrils. You might play with your breath. You might visualize breathing in through your left nostril and out through your right. In through the right and out through the left. In through the left and out through the right. In through the right and out through the left. As your breath begins to slow, your body starts to rest. Your whole body. Just notice your body resting. Notice your feet resting. Spreading the skin and the soles of the feet, relaxing your toes. Relaxing across the tops of your feet, at the heels and ankles. You relax your legs. Fronts of the legs and the backs of the legs. Relax around your kneecaps, the backs of your knees. And do you release any tightness or tension in your hips and your pelvis? Feel the relaxation moving into your torso. And you relax across the lower back and your middle back and your upper back. You might notice the length along your spine and the space between your vertebrae. Can you soften between your shoulders and relax into the sides of the body? Can you relax across the abdomen, across your chest? Do you let your shoulders just drop away from your ears? Would you relax your arms? Relaxation flowing down through your arms, through your wrists, so you can relax the palms of your hands. Relax your fingers. And then you soften the little space at the base of your throat. And you relax your throat, the sides of the neck and the back of the neck. And you release any tension in your jaw. Your mouth, your tongue, your lips, your cheeks. Relax the eyes, all the little muscles around your eyes resting. So that your whole body can rest. And any remaining tension drains down through your body and away through your feet into the ground. And your whole body rests. Stillness sound like. What does it sound like when you turn off the television and the phone? What does it sound like when you take a break from talking with family, friends, colleagues? What does it sound like in your mind when you turn off the constant stream of thoughts? What does stillness sound like? What does stillness feel like? Does it feel uncomfortable, unfamiliar, rejuvenating, calming? What does stillness feel like? What would happen if you stopped thinking about the past? Stop replaying the same tapes over and over in your mind. What would happen if you stopped thinking about the future? Always waiting with anticipation for what is next. What would happen if you brought your focus to this moment? This breath coming in, this breath going out. What is this? When you hear stillness, when you feel stillness, when your focus is only on this moment, it is peace. Bring your awareness back to your body, resting in Shavasana. You might start to bring some movement into your body, into your fingers, into your toes. And lying down, you might want to just bring yourself up to a seated position. And you can just take the arms up. The hands meet above the head, come back down through the midline, come to your heart. May you feel happy, may you feel joyful, may you feel loved, may you feel nurtured, and may you feel very peaceful. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. If you watch on Zoom, let me turn that off. There we are.